Round one. We have the choice. We're going to play first. All right. Going to mulligan that one. This one we'll keep. We'll keep the red on top. I admit that. Well, I was going to say I don't really need land, but it's probably not a big deal. I value having my other color more. Plus, we are still staying busy in the first few turns here, so at worst, we can, more likely get a turn 5 Abundant Maw, which seems good. Turn 5, 6/4, drain 3, not bad. All right. Probably offer this trade because got another one coming. And as per usual, if I had known there was another red source directly below my red source, I would have bottomed the first one. But still am incapable of reading what's in my deck. Well, that was a good draw. So let's, guess let's get in for 2. We may actually want to cast Succumb to Temptation on our opponent's turn. Oh, that's... Wait a second. Well, this will be okay, actually. Do we have double... So I think we're going to, in response... He's basically forcing us to discard... I'd rather lose a swamp than lose my Dragoon. So we'll lose a swamp, give our guy flying, so he can't block with this, which is fine. I guess actually maybe well, I was going to say I should have succumbed first, but there's nothing I could draw with. I can't play anything else, so I would have had to discard anyway. You slice it. Okay. Ghoulcaller's Accomplice is a good sack fodder for Abundant Maw. Abundant Maw, Supplicant kind of work well together too, don't they? Alright, let's play two drops. Better use of mana here. Sets us up better for this Abundant Maw play at some point. Alright. No need to double block with all the open mana. No play. Alright. So pretty obvious he's got something. I think we're just going to play Abundant Maw. There's just no way that he attacks and leaves open mana without having something, so I suspect it's another shield mate. Oh, it was Chilling Grasp. Well, I think he must have an answer for my Abundant Maw. Otherwise, why would he leave it untapped? Okay. Bombardment's a good draw. It doesn't kill any of my opponent's things, but... we're going to play the Supplicant instead of the Accomplice because I want to be able to block the shield mate. Alright, found a good bombardment target. Guess we can just kill this now. So we'll get that, we'll discard the mountain and fly over top the shield mate. Alright. Well, he might end up regretting that, because now we can block his Fogwalker. Looks like he forgot. Or maybe he was hoping I didn't notice. Alright, well, this is not exactly the war of attrition we want, but we do have some bomby finishers eventually. And we're currently not at risk. We have a lot of removal. We have some bombs, right? We've got our Arsonist. We have the Scavenger Graph Rats. We have a Smoldering Werewolf. We've got some things we could get here. Alright, Uninvited Geist shouldn't be able to get in, but who knows? Who knows what's up my opponent's sleeve here? Ooh, that's a good draw. That is a good draw. Alchemist is very good. Blocks Skulk all day, which is kind of just really nice. So now we can put a bit of a clock on our opponent with the Supplicant and Alchemist, which is kind of nice, actually. Alright, Standard Bearer, no problem. Alchemist is just an excellent, excellent stall card. As is Supplicant usually, but in this case, yeah, they're actually fine together. Weirded Vampire, that's really nice actually. We can discard it to Supplicant and play it. We'll do that all on our opponent's instep here. So we're looking pretty good now. We're kind of in a good position here, kind of doing it. Despite having a board of unimpressive creatures, we've got the edge on our opponent now, and they have to push the offensive, and they currently can't. I guess Subjugator Angel, if our opponent gets double white, that would be a bit of a blowout, but Subjugator Angel on stall board states is always going to be a blowout. All right, so let's do Supplicant, discarding Weirded Vampire, Madness it. Ooh, another excellent draw here. So we're going to save the Fiery Temper for now. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. So we get attack with Weirded Vampire. I think we actually do, just in case he has Subjugator Angel. Because it's not like he has a good block for it anyway. It's not doing anything on our side of the board. We're not going to win with it. So I'd rather just attack with it. Yeah, I want to get stuff off of his side that deals damage to us, definitely. So we're going to be able to deal 7 to our opponent. Is he planning on hitting the... I'm not sure why he did... He must be... If he does it on Thermo Alchemist, it's a big mistake. I see. Let me think what I want to do here. So do I want to temper my opponent's face, or do I want to just take out, like, maybe Enlightened Maniac now? So he doesn't get more value out of that. I may want to. We're certainly going to do this. I think we don't need to focus on his life total just yet. I think it's better to kill his creatures. Especially since we have a... Well, since we have Abundant Maw. Maybe I am better off. So yes, the choice is what do we want to kill? We could take our opponent to 6, or we can take out one of his... None of his creatures seem insane, though, is kind of the reason I don't want to do that. Like, Enlightened Maniac's okay. He has 6 mana, so he can play Maniac plus, like, a Fogwalker. Yeah, let's just work on his board. Because we can beat all of these dudes. Because on our turn, what are we going to play? We're going to go Alchemist Supplicant again. So we can block Skulk plus... Let's just take out his 4-drop, I think. Like, we could go for his life total. I understand that, but... I feel like we win a little bit more safely if we go like this instead. Sixth land is kind of nice, actually. I think we're actually just going to play 3. Because he wants to go Drogskull. He wants to do his 2-3. I think playing as many 2-drops as possible here is what we want to do. So let's go out. We want just fill the board as quickly as possible. So we want Alchemist plus Reaver, or plus Reaver plus Dragoon. Just spew guys out here. So he can play his 2/3 flash dude. He didn't. Sleep paralysis on that is great for us. I mean, obviously it's not like insane, but the good aspect is, and we can double block uninvited guys because yeah, this is fine because we know he's got the 2/3 flash guy, but this is perfectly acceptable. All right. So let's play. I can go Abundant Maw. Do I want to sacrifice this guy is the question. I guess he's got the 2/3. It's not like my 2/2's doing anything. I still can find I still have plenty of instants to cast that work with this, giving us extra damage. I can also just go Supplicant Reaver, but I kind of want to play Abundant Maw here. Let's play the Abundant Maw. I think we are going to sack the Reaver, because I just don't think we have any need of it. And like I said, instants can turn into extra damage, which at this point in the game are good. Actually, why don't I just cast Abundant Maw? Oh wait, it's 8 mana. Emerges for 7. Whoopsie. That's alright. That actually is okay. Oh wait, cancel that. No, I still can't attack because he's got the 2/3. That's right, okay. So we do have to sack this. We'll drain him. And then we'll play the Reaver. Which isn't even useful. I mean, maybe it's even better as discard fodder for Supplicant, but every top deck is going to be discard fodder for Supplicant, so that's not a big deal. Oh, you had another Enlightened Maniac. All right. So if I attack with Abundant Maw, he can just block with a Horror and discard a land. So I think we want to keep the Abundant Maw as a blocker for now. Inner Struggle's nice. Let's play the Supplicant. I mean, he already knows about the Supplicant, so I don't mind playing that. Plus, we still have the mana for Inner Struggle. So I can swing with Abundant Maw. And then see how he blocks. Yeah, at this point, it's probably pretty good. With the Inner Struggle backup, it seems like what we want to do here. All right. So no need to end of turn Alchemist, because now we have a blocker. All right. Until we find another instant at the very least. All right. So opponent's got a lot of these sort of enter or die ability cards, which are pretty good. We haven't seen any emerge from our opponent. That doesn't mean they don't have it, though. All right, what do we got? Galvanic Bombardment, number 2. So, pretty nice with our Alchemist. Can I kill my opponent? Let's see. I'm very close. I think we're just going to pass. Very close to killing our opponent here. All right. All right, so let's discard Bombardment. Untap. Discard Arsonist. And ping. All right, so got there on the back of our grindy cards, which is nice. We also cast Abundant Maw twice that game, which is pretty insane. So bounce effects are obviously good against Emerge, but obviously can't do anything about that. He didn't show us X1s, so I don't think these are going to be good. He showed us that 2/3 flash, though, which is really good against us. I'm just going to have to be conscious of that. I could bring in the Cultist Staff. This is a good grindy card. It turns all of our little... Maybe I should have been playing this, actually. Usually I would be I'm still pretty unexcited by this card, but in matches like this where it's going to be grindy, maybe Cultist Staff is something I should consider. I don't really need like a Sanguinary Mage anyway. Although maybe Sanguinary Mage is better because it blocks his 2/3s, but it doesn't do anything against his 3/2s. So I'd probably, I guess, rather cut the Sanguinary Mage. And we still have 15 creatures if you include the Dance with Devils, which I do. All right, let's cut the Mage. We'll run the Staff. We'll try it out. It's a clunky card, but like I said, in matches like this where you've got these stalled board states, it might be pretty good. All right. This hand is going to be good enough, definitely. All the good removal. Sure. All right. It's a good top deck. So, if he leaves open the 3 mana, I probably have to fear the 2/3. Which is fine. We just proved that we can win in the long game, so I don't mind doing that. All right, this is nice. We can attack into that all day. And if he's taking damage, we're doing good. I doubt he blocks. Be cool if he did, though. All right, very cool. It's very good for us. Trading a Bombardment for a Geist of the Archives is an excellent trade. That one, on the other hand, not exactly what I want to trade here, but I guess we use the Boon on it because Bombardment is going to be essentially doing the same thing as Boon. This does at least prevent him from... I mean, he's going to draw a card off it, but it prevents him from emerging, and it lets us push through some damage. And we still have Bombardment up, so... I mean, we're going to have to get by the Cultists at some point. Or not, and just get to the late game again, like last time. Alright. I'll attack into it, I'll offer the trade, and then we'll bombardment. I could have just done it there, but that's alright. I mean, I'd rather trade my creature at this point than my bombardment. Yeah, I'd rather make this trade. Because we have the scavenger, so we can even get our guy back. I mean, granted, it sets us back on the Abundant Maw, but this is essentially Lightning Bolt on a creature, so I want to make sure I get some good use out of that. Alright, so we can play the Werewolf, which is pretty good. We can play the Scavenger to get back the Reaver. Scavenger makes better use of mana. Werewolf is much scarier if we draw another... I think I'm actually going to play the Scavenger. I think there's an argument either way there. If I knew I had a land on top of my deck, I'd keep the Werewolf. Because I don't, and I might still get use out of that enter the battlefield ability, even though there's no guarantee. Well, I guess I'd rather him cast that on that than my Werewolf anyway, so that's cool. Alright, let's get Werewolf online and Reaver online. No targets. Alright, so now we've got Werewolf doing stuff for us. Alright, that is good. Does take a bombardment fairly well though, doesn't it? So I guess there's a glitch right now where it doesn't show. It's supposed to show in the reveal zone what your opponent's hitting, but someone informed me on stream last night that it doesn't. So my opponent, you have to look at the chat log to see what your opponent got. So let's see what our opponent got. They got a Desperate Sentry. Got it. Okay. Desperate Sentry is the 1/2 that when it dies, stuff and things happen. Alright, let's turn this into a big dude. And attack with it. Burn our opponent's face here. All right. It's a really kind of reckless attack, but I like it. All right, so we swing with Dreadwolf and Reaver. We kill the Horror. Yeah, that was a really reckless attack on my opponent's part. Wait, can we just kill them? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So we kill this. We burn this. And then we pump these guys. All right. Opponent kind of tossed the game a little bit there. I mean, they weren't in great shape. Obviously, they were missing some land drops, but there's just no reason to attack with the Outrider there when you're in a defensive position like that. All right, well, I'm glad we got the victory. I still have some concerns about my deck, but we were able to, in this case, capitalize on just a poor attack by my opponent. But game one, it's good to see our deck grind someone out. Always has been the concern of decks like this that are hyper aggro with kind of unexciting creatures, especially in this deck that have no vampire synergies. How do you seal a game out? Well, Supplicant and Thermal Alchemist really kind of work well together for that. So I like it. All right, we'll see you in round 2.